What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to break down exactly what happened on Friday, why we went down as much as we did, and if it's a cause for concern going forward. Before I get into any of that, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. With that though, let's get right to it. As you can see on this intraday chart, we went up very fast, very aggressively, and then unfortunately started to taper down. I'm going to be talking about both instances and what caused this. Keep in mind, on Friday was also a quadruple witching, so typically that does allude to a lot more volatility. So that's kind of in play as well, but I'm just going to look at short interest and what happened in that regard. So looking at the return shares for Friday, there was 10.42 million shares that was returned. That is a lot of buying pressure because keep in mind, when shorts are returning shares, they're buying them back, and majority of which happened first thing. So as you can see on this chart right here, roughly about 7 million of the 10 million was done within the first 2 hours of the trading day, which helped Lucid spike as fast and aggressive as it did. But then unfortunately some negative news for the broader economy did come out, and that was largely linked to Fedex. So I've always been watching Fedex and UPS. Typically whenever you see volume slow down, that does show a little bit more red flags for the broader economy. So again, this is exactly what the CEO did say. We are a reflection of everybody else's business, especially the high value economy in the world, and that he does believe that the economy will be entering a worldwide recession. And when this is kind of being said so close to the 21st, which is when the Feds are making their interest rate decisions, most likely it's going to be the 1%, but any topic in relation to as far as recession or just inflation, CPI, any of those topics just spreads fear substantially. So this is basically what aided in Lucid going down as much as it did, because the market was generally speaking doing fairly well before this data did come out, this earnings on Fedex. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. I did bring up also roughly about 2 months ago, coming out from Morgan Stanley, I believe it was, saying that there was $2 trillion in junk bonds. And based on the latest charts for this junk bonds, it's showing things are about to get very, very bad and very real for the stock market. So I think this is all coming together, especially on Friday when historically there's less volume. It just adds to the whole volatility of everything. So when you throw in a lot of fear into the market, it just causes it to go down. So that's my own 2 cents. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. And this is only for entertainment purposes. So in the end though, I hope you're entertained by this. So far, let me know your thoughts on either the junk bonds or the Fedex earnings or whatever it is. Let me know your thoughts on that. But when it came down to it though, Lucid did go up very fast, but unfortunately we did bounce off of this dreaded 50-day moving average. And I've always said that's a very good pivot point that a lot of people need to watch for. So unfortunately we did bounce off of that. We did get a lot of good momentum. So I think despite all of that though, we did actually break out of our curse. So that's one very positive thing to kind of look back on, is that we have been green for more than 5 consecutive days. Previously, that has been always our kind of a negative thing of that. So we've always been unable to have 5 consecutive days of green. It's always been about 4, and then we get one negative, either news or just the broader market, something like that, just to cause us to go down. But you can see this recent rally has been more than 5 consecutive days. So in the end though, that might be a positive thing going forward. But again, given the circumstances on the technical front, I think we were getting to a little bit more of an overbought status as well. Stochastic is currently at 74. Number of buyers basically has been maintaining itself, which is a fairly good thing in general though. RSI is also at 47. So in that regard, it's a little bit more neutral. But like I said, this damn 50-day moving average is something that we always are kind of generally cursed with. So let me know your thoughts on all that in the comments below. Like I said, I think we do have a lot of good momentum going forward. And I think right now the market has already factored in that 1% rate hike that most likely is going to be coming on the 21st. But once that does come out and hopefully gives good guidance after that, then we can start to trend higher. That's my own 2 cents. And generally, even looking at technicals though, when we do bounce off of a very strong resistance, we pull back, consolidate, and then we try again. So I think that is most likely going to be the case despite us having a very volatile day. So I personally feel none of this is something to worry about. Possibly the Fedex news about a possible recession is something to monitor, nothing really to not buy Lucid over or just to get completely out of the market. That's my own 2 cents obviously, but given the circumstances, I think Lucid is still going to be a very, very big deal going forward, especially in the long term. And right now, based on everything that has been shown from articles, they're really ramping up production. So that's going to be a win-win for us as investors. But with all that, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. And outside of that though, hopefully everyone is having an amazing weekend and enjoy it while it is summer or fall, whatever you want to call it. But let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.